I did not know I was funny.
I don't know what your podcast is called, but it would be like paving new roads.
When's the helicopter come?
There's a helicopter pad over there.
There really is a helicopter pad over there.
Dude, when I was filming with
Fuck?
with Chappelle Lacey, like 4 or 5 like individuals by themselves walked up to that helipad, went to the edge, looked over, and I was like, am I witnessing a suicide right now? And then they just walked back.
They get back in the helicopter or what?
No, there was no helicopter. They were just going up for the view, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's scary.
Well, sorry if I'm a little weird. I'm not a fancy hotel. You're filming from a fancy hotel.
From the Ondas.
From the
Sunset
Ondas.
Strip,
Yeah, I'm a
baby.
Motel 6. I got Motel 6 vibes. The places I stay at don't have a hall.
What's that continental breakfast like at Motel 6?
There's no continental. It's crack. What? Motel 6.
Yeah, it's the crack that you paid with.
Yeah. I'm blue collar, man. Like low income blue collar. So we always stayed at Motel 6.
Yeah, a lot of Motel 6s in Stockton.
I mean, there's a couple, and they aren't. I mean, there's actually one good one, one bad one.
what makes the difference between a good and bad motel?
Just the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know, like it's still Stockton being hard-headed, going like, we're not going to get rid of the Motel 6. We'll just make one have a hallway and make one just in a terrible neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stockton is, as you call it, agricultural.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in the northern part of California. It's in the Central Valley of California, and it's really where all the food is grown. So like, let's say almonds, let's say some citrus, let's say pears. If you're eating it, it's like a big percentage of your Arizona, Texas, you're getting it from like Northern California.
You know, if they only knew it was so close to that Motel 6, they would never touch that food.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Stockton, and you were living with your mom. Your
I come from a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
But like a 2-parent household in a neighborhood with 1-parent household. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Dude, you had to step up.
Yeah.
You had white privilege then.
Hey, easy. Yeah. I guess. But I think I had old school conservative Mexican parents. Like, even if they kind of hated each other, they're like, you're with me till we're dead. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna like be miserable together.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And were they?
Yeah, they seemed fine. My mother doesn't talk shit about my dad when he's passed.
Well, that's good. What did they do for work?
Oh, my dad was he was a field worker. When he first got in the United States, he came here without undocumented. He got his green card, but the whole time he was working like the cherry fields. He was working the apple orchards. He was working that, and then eventually when he got his green card, he worked at a fertilizer factory. People like the little pellets, like they transfer in that little pellets, and I remember him coming home with cracked hands. Because he'd put like 3 sets of gloves on. Regular gloves, and then gloves to protect you from the chemicals, but it still would seep through the gloves.
Yeah.
So he would come home with the really just real, like you see before my hands. This is white collar hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My father was a real man. Like he, every ailment like diabetes, high blood pressure, he's like, that's for white people. I'm just gonna go to work.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's for white people.
No, 100%. He was just like, nah, we got to go to work regardless of what condition we're in.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to be a comic? Did you know when you were a kid you were like, funny is my thing?
I knew when I was a kid that I was funny, but it was a defense mechanism. Like I would bully the bullies before they bullied me. You know, but that got me jumped a bunch. But getting jumped is different than getting bullied.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I would much rather be jumped than
bullied, right?
Yeah, because bullying's forever.
Yeah.
Or it can be.
It can be forever.
Yeah.
At least you're taking the power back here after calling like a bunch of Grupo Norteños, like a bunch of, back then homophobic slurs that were okay back in the day. And then you'd get jumped.
Was your dad around when you started doing comedy?
My dad was not around. Unfortunately, no, he was around for the first year.
Okay.
Yeah, the first year. Then he got sick.
I only ask because like he's a hardworking immigrant with these cracked hand kind of jobs.
Yeah.
He never once was like trying to get you to get a job like that?
I think my dad and I had a tumultuous relationship. Like I'm not. Like I like based on how my dad was, I should be way more Mexican presenting than I am. You know what I mean? But I'm not.
Yeah.
Because my dad was the man, and I was anti the man. So he was like the guy who was like, I felt like a disappointment to him. So instead of like going into like being super Mexican, going and watching soccer and going into watching like all this shit, I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna go watch basketball and listen to rock and roll. So I was anti the man, and that's what my dad was.
All right.
Yeah.
What was your mom like, I guess?
My mom was passive. They had a classic conservative relationship as far as my dad was the head of the household. He was the man. Everything that happened, he said, and my mother was just like, okay. Just passive about it. Like if I got spanked, my dad was spanking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got spanked a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like comics, you know, like we probably got our asses beat a bunch.
Yeah, you were trying bits, they weren't working yet.
yeah. Trying out bits, not working with them. Yeah. But it's like, whether it be from my parents or it be from getting jumped, it's like growing up in Stockton, you know what your own blood tastes like.
Yeah. Wow, that's dark.
I don't start to say, but it is what it is.
Yeah. What was your first job?
Dude, my first job was at this place called John's Incredible Pizza. I worked in the arcade section, and it was just this giant Chuck E. Cheese-like place that had a giant arcade, had indoor bumper cars, virtual reality machine, and it was pizza buffet, like a CC's pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just some of the worst pizza you ever had. But kids weren't there for that. They were there for tickets. They were there to win
Nobody goes to Chuck E. Cheese for the pizza.
Yeah. I remember the last day that I worked there, or like a week after, I stole, you get tickets. I stole all these receipts that had the amount of tickets that you could get. So I stole a bunch of them, and I tried to go to a different John's Incredible Pizza. And then I'm stupid, and I didn't realize that the person I was turning him into, I trained. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, don't you work at the John's in Stockton? I was like, absolutely not. Of course I did.
You got caught in a John's Pizza scandal.
Yeah, everybody knows what I look like. I forget that I'm not just gonna inconspicuously come in.
You're like the most easily like sketch artist. Like, yeah, that's you.
That's me.
It's like you and Big Bird can be told right away.
Me and Big Bird can be told, and then immediately, like, I was like, oh no, I let them keep it. No, that is one of the first jobs that I appreciate, because you taught you how to like talk to people. Because I wasn't like, that honestly taught me, because I wasn't communicative towards people. I'm still pretty introverted. But now you have to talk to customers, because I work the arcade, and you have to be nice to kids. And
I was going to say, what was, do you have any memories of like kids doing specifically crazy things, or like you having to deal with a situation with a kid you weren't prepared for?
Yeah, there was this kid that would, I would say, the only time I've ever been bullied was by a teenager. He would come in and he took
How old were you?
20.
So this is a 16-year-old?
Yeah. I'm clocked in trying to be nice. No, he's probably like 15, white kid that would sneak into John's all the time. And I just took him as this poor kid who would like, hey man, can I get some coins? And I would give him like tokens, because you get I would grab a pocket full of tokens just in case I can't fix a machine. I'd be like, here's tokens, get the fuck off. You know what I mean? And I would do that a lot. I'd put an out of order sign. I'd be like, here's $5 worth of tokens. Don't talk to me anymore.
Yeah. Don't fix the problem. Just move on.
Just move on. And he would just take advantage of my kindness to a point where he's like, hey man, let me get some tokens. I was like, whoa, take it easy. At first I'd let it slide, but then eventually I had to tell, because the kid would come in dirty. He clearly came from a poor situation.
Yeah.
But like, and security would just let him in, because like getting in would cost you money. And I felt bad. Towards the end, I just told some kid who was probably getting hit at home to go fuck off.
Well, he was shaking you down.
He was shaking me down.
Yeah.
He was using he's feeling bad at first, and then he just started getting demanding. I was like, no.
Yeah, you see, the mob, it's not just about drugs and whatever. Sometimes they can be in arcades. Shaking down a 20-year-old for tokens.
And I was a big boy back then. I was a big boy. I'm trying to now lose the weight so that I can dress
You're
nicer.
looking great.
Thanks, buddy. So I can dress nicer, but it's like always been like untucked shirt, fucking just pants that were too big, irregularly fit clothing. I'm gonna start going to a tailor, dude. Ooh, come on now.
Oh yeah, I can see it. You're doing the pinstripes.
Yeah. Because I wear 3X, but they don't make 3X for little arms. So like it always looks like I'm wearing my dad's shirt. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so you're working at the arcade. What made you leave the arcade?
I think I went back to school. I went back to community college.
Oh, for what?
At first it was for journalism.
Okay.
Yeah, but the entire time, brother, the entire time I'm working, I'm developing at the age of 19. When I leave John's Incredible Pizza, I develop a gambling addiction that goes on for decades.
Do you think that started with like Rock'em Sock'em Robot, like
Street Fighter, like fucking, yeah.
You're just gambling on the pin game or whatever.
No, I have an addictive and competitive personality. When it comes, I don't think
I ever realized that about you.
Well, I think the best comics do. I feel like like if you want to turn it on, like if I don't like somebody, like really don't like somebody, and they're following me, I'm gonna put a crater into the fucking ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the booker of the store was like, "Hey, crush tonight, no matter what," I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then you put a thing because that's my competitive spirit, and I did that with poker, and I did that with stupidly with blackjack, because I try to like figure out how to beat the game of black. You can't beat the game of blackjack.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah. You're like, no, but I'm gonna count cards, and but I'm lazy.
They rely on people like you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
They're the ones that think they can beat the system.
Yeah, but you can't.
No, of course not.
You can ride a high for a very long time.
Sure.
Yeah, unless you're good with a bankroll, you're not gonna.
What's the most you made gambling?
Nothing crazy, like $6,000. Nothing crazy, but like playing blackjack. You know what I mean? So that's still okay.
What are you playing? How much a hand?
Oh, I think I was at one point at 600 a hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
600 I didn't have.
Yeah,
it's 600 that was magic.
You were working at a fucking arcade. How are you?
Yeah. No, you'd get the little checks, and then you'd win or you'd lose, and you borrow and you steal and you do. I mean, and then I was like, eventually, while I was going to college, I was just a wreck, and I was like, I have to change careers. So I started working at this Italian place as a prep cook, and I was like, I kind of like this. This is good. It kind of kept my mind off gambling, and it also fueled the gambling too sometimes, because almost every check that I've ever had spent on gambling. Oh. Yeah, but I enjoyed cooking because it got me at like the work of the just cutting or just cooking. You don't think about it.
Yeah.
You're just in the motions.
You're not a trance, but you're...
Yes. And a good kitchen works like a factory. You know what I mean? Like it's because you're all in sync. Like there's the guy who does saute. There's the guy who's expediting. There's the guy who works the fryer. If you're a well-oiled machine, if you're a really good kitchen, like you know.
Yeah.
So I changed careers in community college to culinary school. But then when I did that, I think I lasted a semester, and then the next semester I got a grant for paying for college. I gambled that off.
Wow.
Yeah. So instead of telling my parents, what I ended up doing was I saw this commercial right after Wyotech commercial, which is a trade school for mechanics. Okay. So they did a Welcome to Kitchen Academy. And it was like a trade school. It would take you a year and a half, and it was done by Le Cordon Bleu. And it was just like a fast-paced way of getting into the kitchen, teaching you all the basics, teaching you all the sauces and stuff. I was like, I told my parents, instead of that, I'm going to spend all that $1,400 on this. They didn't know that I lied to them.
Yeah.
So I enrolled in the Kitchen Academy in Sacramento, California. And, that's where my kitchen career started. And then from there, going to those schools, every student at the academy, I was cracking jokes, talking shit. Those are the people, like, especially the chefs there, like, you need to start stand-up.
Yeah.
You need to do stand-up. You're too funny. Like, that's where that started.
I feel like you're the second person on this podcast now to say they found comedy in the back of a kitchen. The other was Ian Edwards at Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
What do you think your biggest pet peeves are in cooking that, like, you might see someone do that you go, oh, that's bad.
Oh, pet peeves in cooking? That's bad. not timing food correctly. Like when like it happened the other day. Like I was at a Thai restaurant and my food came out first, and then my wife's food came out several minutes later.
Yeah.
And it's like, it wasn't busy.
Yeah.
It was just like, let's get this out. It's like, no, man. A well-oiled machine gets everything out at the same temperature, at the same it's like a play. It's like a dance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything comes out at once so that one person doesn't feel left out. And that's what I learned from kitchens, but it's also when I stopped giving a fuck towards the end of I was the guy who was just like, get it out.
Yeah.
Just get it the fuck out. Fuck off. Yeah.
What do you think your favorite thing to cook is?
Because
you still cook.
Yeah, Mexican soups. Specifically shit that I grew up with. A lot of pozoles, a lot of I can do menudo, but I don't like it.
What are these things? I don't know.
The pozole is it is a pork-based soup that can go either with a green sauce or a red sauce, and it comes with like hominy. And it's served year round, but traditionally during the holidays, like Christmas, that's when it's like huge.
Okay.
Pozole, menudo, tamales. Those are like the biggest thing in the Mexican, like Christmas time, Thanksgiving. Like that's why during Thanksgiving, I'll go. We celebrated Thanksgiving. Somebody go, oh, Mexican. I'll go, white Thanksgiving or Mexican Thanksgiving. They separate it. Like the turkey stuffing, that's white Thanksgiving, or the tamales and pozole, that's Mexican Thanksgiving.
Sure.
So we did white Thanksgiving this year, and then we did Mexican Christmas.
Oh, okay. That's a nice little split.
Because the thing is like, I love regular Thanksgiving. Like white Thanksgiving.
It's good, man. It's the reason why it's been around for a long time.
So good. Yes. Yeah. But it's just like, I love turkey. I love stuffing. It's the fucking best.
It's the greatest.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like camaraderie in kitchen crews and stuff. Do you have like favorite guys you worked with, favorite coworkers?
Of course, the ones that gave me the most memories. I mean, they weren't great guys.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing I was going to say is a lot of kitchen staff
they're pieces of shit.
Yeah, they're riffraff. They're scallywags.
The biggest pieces of shit were my favorite people.
I'm
sorry. It's just what it is. Because if you're not having a good day or whatever, you just come and this guy's like just got done smoking meth. And he's like hangover. He's like, let's get this out. You're like, you're fucking wild, man. You're a crazy person.
You're like, yeah, you're wild, but we should get them these nachos. That's right.
Yeah, but like a meth addict is honestly taught me how to become a man in the kitchen. It's serious.
What do you mean?
Well, there's this guy his name was Tony. And Tony was he was just like this Mexican dude. I'm not sure if he had his papers or not. He probably did, but he was addicted to meth. He was obsessed with prostitutes. He was an alcoholic. He was a big Raiders fan. He's a stubborn Mexican dude, like a real piece of shit. Like he would smoke meth at night, have sex with prostitutes. Come the next day, cook you the perfect chicken parm. You're like, dude, you got layers, man.
Yeah, that's a guy with talent.
So much talent.
Like, think about how much he is suppressing himself into how good he. Imagine if he wasn't doing meth and banging hookers, how good that chicken marsala actually would be.
Honestly, I don't think I want him on sober to cook a chicken marsala. I need you fucked up.
Because that's, a lot of people's special ingredient is love. His is meth.
And he's also like your classic 90s line cook. Like, I'd be doing something like working. And he goes, come here. I'd come here. It'd just be like a chick with big ass tits. And I'm like, sure, dude.
Those guys are the best.
That's how he wanted to connect. He wanted, if a female came in, and he would call it boom boom. He was like, boom boom. I was like, yeah, dude, boom boom.
Well, yeah, it's the only way he could connect because you weren't a meth head banging hookers.
No, I was not a meth head banging hookers.
What else were you guys gonna connect on?
I think his girlfriend. I think he's one of those talented guys. Cause I think one of his girlfriends was a former prostitute. And then he was like,
wow,
yeah, or maybe an active one, but she would come around sometimes, but he's like, yeah, when we first got together, I know she didn't make me pay for it, and then she kept coming back, and I was like, what the fuck?
That is a Stockton love story, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It was love at first defaulted payment.
Yeah, I was like, why?
That's so crazy.
I loved him to death though, but he was like, but I recognized that this guy was just like everything I wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in a way I was, because I was a gambling addict at the time. So
Sure.
Yeah. But he was one of the enablers. Like I knew that if I needed $100, he'll break me off. He'll go pay it back.
Yeah.
He's also got his own addiction.
Yeah.
Prostitutes.
Right. And his seems like it could be a little bit more dangerous than yours.
Yeah. But if he needed money for meth and I was up on gambling, how'd the casinos go? I'd be like, oh, I'm up. He'd be like, all right, let me borrow. I'm like, all right, here's a little bread.
You guys were working off each other.
Yeah, working off each other.
You know, they don't tell you about the perks of being teammates with a meth head.
And a gambling addict, yeah.
You don't want to do meth, but if your friend does meth, you'd be all right. They can help you out in some situations.
Also, you meet some of the, like, there's that guy, and then there was, I was the kitchen manager of that kitchen. It's this place called Strings Italian Cafe. It was a chain of, like, because the sauce would come in bagged that they would make it at a factory in Sacramento, and they send it to us. And then, like, the chicken parm was great, but it's like it was still like our local Olive Garden-esque type of place.
Sure.
So being a kitchen manager, it was like everybody got a piece of being a kitchen manager, like, because it didn't pay great. But another one of my favorite people, this dude named Raul. It was just like he had 4 jobs, he had 5 cars, none of them like were great. He owned 3 houses. He was like the American dream. But he would work so hard. I've never seen anyone fall asleep while cutting tomatoes.
True.
Like he would never get. He'd live off 3.5 hours of sleep and coffee. But I was like, dude, you need to do meth like Tony, man. You're fucking. What are you doing?
And that's
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he would be just cutting tomatoes as he's dozing off, and I'd touch his shoulder. I'd be like, "You all right, Raul?" It's okay. He's fucking cutting tomatoes, and they were pretty good cuts, dude. He was like on it, uniform.
Well, if you're cutting in your sleep, you know what you're doing for sure.
Yeah, but I've never seen it. Like, but that's what you do. That's what happens when you want 3 houses. You're an immigrant. You want 3. You want to own 3 houses. You want to own 5 cars at work because you got a family to produce. You work 4 jobs and you don't sleep.
Yeah, and if you're Mexican, you'd certainly have kids.
Hold on now. Yeah. I don't have kids. We've been trying.
Yeah, you're trying though. You're getting there.
Yeah, we're both gonna probably adopt later.
Okay.
Me and my lady, because who knows?
Do you need a 34-year-old half Italian Armenian kid that will clean your house?
I need a 3 or 4-year-old. I don't need a 34-year-old.
All right, let's go to Glendale.
I need one of that. I don't know.
Did you have so like the kitchen crews you were working with you liked, but like did you have bosses that you either liked or didn't like?
Throughout my comedy career, yeah, you work with a bunch of dickheads. Kitchen managers. I was one of those bosses who was awful.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because when I was kitchen manager for a year, I didn't give a fuck at that point. I accepted the job because at the time it was a bigger paycheck to
This
feed.
Is that strings?
Yeah,
Okay.
to feed my gambling addiction. So like I would work 50 hours a week, and then I'd leave the restaurant. Maybe if I wasn't gonna go do an open mic, I would go to the card room. 'Cause I don't go to casinos. I go to card rooms.
Oh, okay, those like private games.
No, those are regular games. Their casinos are casinos, right? They have machines, they have lights, they have promos. Card rooms is just tables.
Oh, okay.
Just tables. California can't get the license. Now it can, but back in the day, you couldn't get the license for casinos, but you get the license for a card room.
Oh.
So you can play blackjack, pie gow, Texas Hold'em, shit like that.
Okay.
And I'm a hell of a poker player. That's not my problem. I'm very confident in my poker playing abilities. It is when I take it to the other table games, the house games, is where I would win $1,500, $2,000 playing poker. Take that to blackjack, lose it in 20 minutes.
Ah, yeah. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you just stick with poker though?
Because my buddy nicknamed me Action Saul. It's all about action, dude. That's all I give a fuck about. Like, I'm very prone to bluff. Like, I'm just looking off your emotions. Like, I wasn't a math guy. I was like a reading the other person guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're just
Didn't matter what I had in my hand.
wow.
Yeah.
So this made you a bad manager in the sense of what were you doing? Why would you? What was bad about your managing other than taking these checks and going and blowing?
I mean, coming in literally after a night of gambling the whole night, and then just coming into work fucking tired, not all there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sleep,
Okay.
you know? And then just not doing the orders right because I'm like falling asleep from the gambling the night before, not giving a fuck. You know what I mean?
Dude, the other guy's falling asleep chopping stuff up perfectly.
I'm not. I'm Mexican American. I'm not Mexican. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still the American part. I need sleep.
Yeah.
I'm built different.
And then you were saying you had tough bosses in comedy. What does that mean?
Tough bosses in comedy?
Isn't that what you said?
No, I mean I've had tough bosses. I mean like producers and stuff.
Okay.
Like just working with shady producers, people who don't pay you, especially like when you have that addiction, you're like, and you like you do a paid gig and you're really depending on like $100 or whatever the fuck, and then they don't. You deal with a shady promoter. I've almost fought a couple people sometimes.
Yeah.
Not because of like the I was still awkward and a pussy, but like the addiction brought out the dog in me. Like,
Oh yeah,
I will
that's what it does.
kill you if you don't give me my $100.
Did you ever have to like? Go?
No, thankfully I didn't. But if I ever felt like the person wasn't gonna pay me, I mean, I would threaten. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell every single comic that you didn't pay me. You know what I mean? I will tell, and then they'd back off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you think the craziest thing you did to get like some money to go gambling?
I think is a really shitty thing. I took my mom's ATM card because she told me to just take the ATM card to put, because I said I needed $100 for some bullshit reason. Everything's a bullshit. I was a liar. And then I took her card, went to the card room. I took out $400. It's $400 that out of her account that she really needed. And I think I gambled for 12 hours. I lost it, got down to $12, and then eventually, in like an hour, got the $400 back, left, put the money back into her account. And then I got a text from my mom, like, don't ever do that again. Because she got a Bank of America fucking thing.
Right.
She was like, what was that about? And I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I had zero explanation. All I had was apologies. Yeah. But see, I get that. Being a line cook and a comic and a gambling addict, it all goes hand in hand with scumbaggery.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm out at night. I'm trying to fuck fat girls. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to gamble. I'm trying to eating bad, doing drugs, drinking. Real.
When do you think it changed?
I think when I met my wife, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
A wedding. We fucking I took a gig to
Tony married the prostitute.
Yeah, my wife's a hooker. Yeah. No, I took a buddy from high school offered me to MC her wedding, and she threw out a price. She's like, "How much to MC my wedding?" And I was like, "I don't know what MCing a wedding is."
Yeah, right.
But I was like,
"What does that even mean?" What did
it means
you
I
do?
go there with the mic, and me and the DJ, we're like, "Hey, welcome this person. How's it going?" Like you're a hype man for the whole wedding. Okay. I think I had one of these on. I was like, "What's up, everybody? Welcome, Joe." You know. And so I did that for like $250, and I met my wife that night, and she was just like this Melissa McCarthy energy, like big fucking. And she's just like didn't give a fuck. She was just like drunk and just yelling at people, and I was just like, "Who's this big bitch?" I fucking love her.
That's the most beautiful love story.
I loved her,
dude. That's incredible.
Yeah, and but I was still like a pussy. Before my wife, I didn't know what love was. I was too awkward to ask a girl out on a date. When you're 400 pounds, 5'6", you're insecure about your body and your game. So all I knew was sluts. All I knew was like and it would be comedy would be helpful with that. At the end of a show, like if I crush, because I would do well, it would be like a girl talking to me.
Right.
So then I would later on get my dick sucked in a Honda Civic. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Not to be crass, but that's like what my sex life was. There was no love. There was no emotion. But my wife is the first person where I messaged her on Facebook and Messenger, and then I had zero game. So I was like, nice cats. And then from there, we were just talking.
Yeah.
And then she gave up. Like she didn't want to deal with being in a relationship because of how hurt she was in the past, because she's also a big girl having to deal with guys on Tinder and shit.
Sure.
So I gave up pursuing her, and I went on a podcast or some shit, and I talked about, like, I was talking to this girl, but, like, I don't know, I'm over it. And then she heard the podcast, and then she started coming on to me.
Ah. Yeah, a little hard to get.
Yeah, a little hard. Yeah, she was like, oh, okay, I didn't know he meant. So I was like sincere. I was like, yeah, I like her, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, like, we've been together since.
I mean, you guys are the best. You're one of my favorite
wife.
couples.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. She's the best. She's lost a lot of weight, but she's still got fat girl energy.
And that's what you need.
I love it. I love it because we're both working on losing weight and shit. Like, I just stopped smoking weed.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, I'm just not to from wake up to nighttime, and you saw me at the store. I'm like, hey, like just like a sleepy cat.
Yeah,
it's awful.
It's one thing to leave that way, but when you show up that way too, you're like
pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was affecting my sets, and then people weren't telling me. They're just like, oh, you're crushing still. I've been doing sets for the past week sober. I'm in the moment. I'm doing crowd work. It's great.
Your brain's working quicker.
Yeah. But yeah, she's no matter how skinny she gets, she's always gonna have that fucking fuck you fat girl energy. I love it.
It's like a Mexican version of Goodfellas, where Karen Hill starts yelling at him on the sidewalk, and you're like, I love a loud bitch.
I do. She calls me an idiot, like when I deserve it. I love it.
Yeah, that's like a sitcom relationship. I need her to put me in my place.
But I used to I used to hate it, but because of my ego was so small, and I didn't understand, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Who's she talking to? But now I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And she's like, fuck you too. And I'm like, yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
And then, so, like, that's what got you out of gambling.
Yeah.
Now, you got out of gambling. You met your wife. You're doing comedy. When do you quit the food industry?
I quit the food industry when I got to LA, I was still working food. Yeah. You still have, when you get to LA, when I got to LA, I was still living in my car. I was living off whatever.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, whatever savings I had from cooking or like, I think I was on a heater. Like, it's when I still met I was still dabbling a little bit in gambling, but I didn't want her to see the monster.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to see, so I would secretly gamble behind her back. So she didn't know it was a problem. She's just like, oh, he just plays poker sometimes.
Yeah.
But I didn't want her to get to a point to where she saw that.
Sure.
Yeah. So before I moved to LA, actually, I took acid. I did an acid trip, and that's kind of what I feel like rewired my brain to where while I was on that trip, you had like one of those like vision. I got a vision quest, and I quit gambling, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna ask my girl to marry me, and then I'm gonna move to LA. And I did all that within the year.
So if you need to change your life, people, take acid.
Or that breaks some people. I don't know if I recommend that.
No, totally don't do that. That was definitely a joke. Can you talk about, because we got to wrap up in a little bit, but talk about what it's like moving to LA, pursuing your dreams, living in your car, you're with your wife. Like, what is that struggle like? What's that life like? Because I know most people where I'm from don't get that.
Yeah, it's lonely. And Los Angeles is the only city you can do it in. It's perfect weather. This is all a fucking simulation. So
what kind of car did you have?
Toyota Corolla.
You're living in a Toyota Corolla. How is that set up?
Badly. What? How is that set up? This isn't like an Instagram fucking, let's see this build. I slept in the front seat like that.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Now, she's not sleeping in the car with
No, she's living with my mom in Stockton. She moved out of her roommate's house, and then when she moved to my mom's, I moved to LA.
Wow.
We were living together with me and my mom for like 3 months, and then I was like, all right, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go try to do this. And she gave me her blessing, and then I moved. I was in LA for a year, living like I'd say about a year living in my car, subleasing for 6 months, and then she came when we were all saved up.
Yeah, when you could be indoors.
But like I had a job. I worked at Alfred's Coffee as a line cook, like one of those hipster white places.
Okay.
It's fine.
What do you think it's fine.
It was fine. It was just like a lot of like egotistical weirdos. Like, can you please?
All of LA.
Yeah, of course, all of LA. It was a lot of scooping bagels.
Yeah.
Like hollowing out bagels because they don't want the extra carbohydrates.
Sure.
And I was just like, you paid $9 for this bagel for me to fucking take half of it out. It's fucking weird. So it's that type of crowd.
What do you think the hardest part about living in your car was? While you're working, while you're doing stand-up,
loneliness.
Being away from your family aside, because obviously that's the hard.
I was gonna say loneliness.
Yeah.
The sleep sucks.
Where
are you gonna park? Where is it safe to park? Who's
You
not
ever
gonna
have
fuck with
something
you?
crazy happen while you're sleeping in your
Yeah, I
car?
have a joke about it. I had fucking one night. It was after there was a night, I believe 4/20, 2019. I got up on Kiltony. This was before Kiltony was huge.
Yeah.
It was still pretty big. It was in the main room. I got up. I did my Selena joke. I did one other joke because you only have a minute.
Right.
And then I had who was there? It was a dude who directed Clerks, Jeff Ross, and then
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith. And then that was like, and then I got up in the OR for the first time. So I got up
Oh,
Kill Tony
wow.
and I got up at Potluck and I smashed on both. So I go home. I'm going to my home. I'm going to my car.
You're
So
hot.
I'm going to my Toyota Corolla,
Yeah.
my home, my humble abode. Yeah. So I parked that where I usually park that, which is over by Astro's Burgers and at this place called Plummer Park. It's you could park there for 3 hours during the day, and at night you could just park overnight.
Oh, okay.
So it was a lot. I wasn't the only person there. There was a lot of Sprinter vans there. There's a lot of people like myself there. So one night I was just like sleeping in my car, and then like one of the prostitutes, because there was like a big community during the pandemic, a big community of trans prostitutes that would solicit people in West Hollywood.
Okay.
So one night they were soliciting, and then one of them, hosted on top of the hood of my car. So I wake up to two dudes like butt fucking on my car.
Man.
And I just like, and it's just like, this is right. I just let him do it. I just let him finish. I'm not gonna just fucking finish the transaction.
You should have put on like Delilah 96 point.
Should have added ambiance music.
Yeah.
Nah.
If you're gonna let them be comfortable, you know.
I let them do that, and then like, all right, they're gonna leave, right? They started having a conversation right here by the side of my window, smoking cigarettes. I was like, no, you're gonna fuck on my car and then just smoke cigarette. I rolled my window down. I went, and they were like, oh shit, and then they both drove away.
Dog, that's so wild.
Yeah, and so that's probably the craziest thing. But then I had a relationship with them because I think I knew which one it was because they would be by the park.
Oh, yeah,
like they
yeah.
would be by the park. Like
They're your neighbors.
100%. They were my neighbors. Like I said hi to them every day. They used the bathroom to whatever they were doing. I used the bathroom to brush my teeth. You know,
Yeah.
shit out of my face. But like I didn't. They were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you move out of the car, you sublease your place with your girl.
No, I was just subleasing by myself after with comics for like
Okay.
a couple months, and then after like 3 months, me and my girl move into Franklin Village,
Hollywood. And that's when comedy starts going a little bit.
I become a door guy.
You became a door guy.
I became a door guy.
Yeah.
Which was like huge for me because that's the whole reason I moved to LA.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason. Like the Steve Fury got it into when he's a paid regular now. He became he's a new face at JFL this year. He came back to Sacramento, put the idea in all of us. Like, hey, I'm a door guy right now. You guys move away from Sacramento. This place offers you. You're already at the top of Sacramento. You guys are all the top comics. Move somewhere where it's hard.
Yeah.
Where there's competition. Where it's worth doing stand up in. And he put it all on our brains, and I was the only one who took him up on the offer.
Damn.
He told like 12 of us.
And now look at you, dude.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be honest, man. Watching your trajectory is incredible.
Thanks, man.
Because I know I knew where you started, and like you get on. You not only do you get the door guy job, you get passed. You get on Late Night with Stephen Colbert. You're headlining across the country. You're opening for Felipe Esparza.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just so glad it's going on so well for you, buddy.
Hey, bro, I appreciate that.
What do you think your favorite moment of comedy has been?
My favorite moment My favorite moment of comedy was Colbert.
Colbert.
Yeah, because I love.
What was that moment like for you? Late night TV, you're about to go up. How you feeling?
I mean, but the butterflies that people talk about.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous, but it was like a sense of like whoa.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy. Because I ran the set the night before, just being in New York. I'm not sure how the vibes are for you because you're East Coast.
Yeah.
New York was I came to LA for the store, but I was like, if I'm just gonna, if it wasn't for the store and I was doing stand up, I would move to New York.
Yeah.
It's the Mecca. It's the best place to do stand up. It's where you get strong.
Yeah.
That whole East, it's cold. It's hardened. This ain't real weather.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're out here making movies.
If it doesn't go well, you can go to the beach.
Yes.
365.
100%. You could change careers in New York. Like, in New York, it's hardened. It makes you and I still, I'm still on the fence. My wife doesn't know, but like, I love LA. But at some point, just like, I want to get past it to Cellar. So we're going to have to do a year there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I believe you can do it. I hope everybody that listened to this believes you can do it. You got your special out, Yolanda.
Yolanda, that is, it's out right now. Apple TV, Amazon Prime. We just signed a deal with Tubi. Shouts out Tubi.
Whoa, we're moving up.
So
dude.
if you're a crack house or if you're I'm just kidding. Shouts out to Tubi, yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming out, brother.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.